Okay, so this video is coming out really late, but it's still the same day, so everything's good, right? I didn't fail the 30-day challenge. I actually getting it out on time. Anyway, today is the 10th day of my 30-day Kingdom Hearts challenge, and the challenge is my favorite boss battle in the series. Now, there's a lot of really good boss battles in these games, and like I said, I'm drawing this from the first game, Kingdom Hearts 2, and 358 Days Over 2, which are the only games in the series that I've played through to the end. Actually, now that I think about it, I never made it to the very end of Kingdom Hearts. Damn, I need to fix that. Luckily, I'm pretty close to beating the 1.5, or Final Mix part of 1.5. Yeah, so favorite boss battles. I can't pick one. Like I said, there's so many good ones in the series. So I'm just gonna give you my favorite few. I'm not gonna rank them or, pick an absolute favorite. They're all great battles in their own, in their own way. And the first one I'm gonna talk about is the first boss battle in Hollow Bastion. Second boss battle in Hollow Bastion? There's a few boss battles in Hollow Bastion in the first Kingdom Hearts game. And the one I'm about to talk about is actually a two-part fight. And it's Maleficent. The first time you fight Maleficent is so good. She floats. There's the floating platform thing. It's great. But it's a pretty straightforward fight. You dodge her magic attacks and go in and just button mash the hell out of it until you beat her. And then she turns into a dragon, which Maleficent as a dragon is awesome. It's pretty much the highlight of Sleeping Beauty for me. So when you get to see, when you actually get to fight Maleficent in her dragon form at Hollow Bastion, yes, it was everything I wanted from that fight. It was difficult. It was a character that I love to, root against. And just, you fight a dragon. I mean, what's better than fighting a dragon? There's not many things. Let's see, another great boss battle from the first game. Wait, where was I going? Oh, the boss battle against Jafar in Agrabah in the first Kingdom Hearts game. Again, it was a lot of the floating around, and that boss battle took a lot longer than it probably should have, mostly because he dodges you really quickly. You only get like a few hits on him at a time. It's not a difficult battle by any means, but the stage after he turns into a genie is amazing. You got the shifting level, and I mean, to beat him, all you have to do is like smack the shit out of Iago, which it doesn't really matter. It's not a difficult battle, but just the setting is amazing. You have lava everywhere. You have, like I said, the platforms, raising and lowering, and plus you're dodging, you're chasing after Iago, dodging Jafar's attacks. It's great. Yeah. And I'm sure there are other ones from the first game. Oh, Chernobog. in the final world in Kingdom Hearts. I forget what the final world's called. In Between Worlds, whatever it is. But yeah, Chernobog. the demon from the Night on Bald Mountain in Fantasia. Yes. Like, that was the best thing ever. The inclusion of Chernobog as a boss in Kingdom Hearts was just... it was amazing. And a little bit of backstory here. I love Fantasia. Fantasia is my favorite Disney classic, and Chernobog has terrified me since the first time I saw it. And like I said, I was really young when I watched Fantasia, probably a lot younger than I should have, because Fantasia is terrifying. But yeah, Chernobog was the most terrifying part, and the fact that it's like a childhood fear became a boss battle in one of my favorite games is just perfect. On to 358 Days Over 2, the final battle in that, Xion or however you pronounce her name, Zion. I don't know, the clone of Sora's, the clone of Roxas, whatever she is, her 4-part boss battle at the end was amazing. And to tell you the truth, I never actually beat the 4th boss because I was playing the game and I played through it pretty much non-stop. It was a great game. Despite the fact I don't really like Roxas as a character, the gameplay was great. And like I said, I love Axel, and Xion was even a better character in my opinion than Roxas is. But when you get to the final battle and you find out what Xion is, Zion's I don't even know. When you find out what she is and she turns into the monsters and her different forms and stuff, and like I said, when I played through it, I got through the first 3 battles and you can't save between the battles. I got to the 4th battle and my battery died on my DS, and I was like, well, shit. So I never had the motivation to go back and try it again. So yeah, Xion was a great boss battle, all 4 of them. Then let's see. In Kingdom Hearts 2, there's just so many good boss battles. First one that pops into my head is I forget what it's called, but the big giant Heartless that appears in the Pride Lands after, in the second visit to the Pride Lands when you're fighting against, when you're dealing with Scar's ghost. Like the giant Heartless that forms from the negative energy from, I mentioned before in yesterday's video, actually, that Pride Lands is my favorite level, is my favorite world, and that Heartless was one of the reasons why. It's like I said, when Kingdom Hearts it's hard for video games to pull off the giant boss battle unless it's like a God of War kind of thing, or a Dante's Inferno kind of thing, or I guess Mega Man and Castlevania type games also had the giant boss battles. And they're like side-scrolling shooters, which it kind of works okay there. But having a fully 3D environment with a giant boss battle, that takes it's a little difficult to pull off. And again, the giant boss and Kingdom Hearts does a great job. I mean, another example I guess would be Shadow of the Colossus, which I've never played. I really need to play that game. But anyway, where was I? Giant Heartless. Another one. The Darkseid in the original Kingdom Hearts game. The very first boss battle of the game is great. And same thing in Kingdom Hearts 2, the first nobody that you fight in Kingdom Hearts 2, which is like, I guess, the nobody version of Darkseid, which I guess that's what it is. I'm not really sure, but yeah, again, it's just great. And then, what other ones are there in Kingdom Hearts 2? I know there's more. Sephiroth. Sephiroth. I mean, I guess he's an optional boss because it doesn't really progress the main story, but it gives you a nice Keyblade at the end. It gives you, it does a little side arc with Cloud and Tifa and all that. But yeah, Sephiroth. It's just a great battle. It's so much fun to play. Especially in Kingdom Hearts 2, when you have the reaction commands, it's just, yes. Like, all of it, yes. Let's see, and, of course, I can't talk about about awesome boss battles without mentioning the final battle in Kingdom Hearts 2. Not Sephiroth, but Xehanort. When you fight not Xehanort. Xemnas. Xehanort's nobody who... Yeah, Xemnas. When you fight Xemnas' final form, where he's like sitting on the throne and just like, and you're flying around on the I guess you're flying in that? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've played it. But yeah, it's there's like the weird like cycle thing where I guess Riku flies and you're like, it's just Sora and Riku being awesome fighting this giant, again, another giant enemy, which again, it pulls off really well. And then there's the whole lightsaber fight thing, kind of, where he has like the laser blades and that. The entire final battle against Xemnas, all of it in its entirety, is an amazing boss battle. And I'm rambling, and this video is over 10 minutes, so I need to stop. And so that'll be it for today, for day 10. I'll be back tomorrow with day 11 with in my opinion, the most annoying or difficult boss battle in the series. And I actually do have one picked for this one. I'm not just going to ramble like I did with this video. I actually do have... There is one boss that I die multiple times before I can beat him. Every playthrough I've ever done, I can never beat this boss in the first you know, in the first go. It always takes me a few times. So, yeah. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.